What a hockey game tonight at Scotiabank Arena. You know, I do miss old-time hockey in the sense that you have goals, you have grease, and it's entertainment. And today had a little bit of everything going on in it. You had some missed calls. You had coaches losing their mind, Sheldon Keefe. You had flying bodies after that big hit. And you had a lot of goals. 9 goals combined between the Leafs and the Stars. The Leafs win at 5-4 in regulation over the Dallas Stars. And just an out-of-town scoreboard quickly, the Lightning lost in regulation to the Rangers tonight, so the Leafs jump them for the 3rd spot in the Atlantic Division. So there's that, but it doesn't really mean much. Something I want to keep an eye out for Leaf fans, they've won 4 of 5. I know it doesn't feel that way because of the loss to the Islanders and the really long break, but if you look at it, they've won 4 of 5. 3 of them, 3 in regulation? Let me just confirm that right quick. I know 2 of them in regulation. Yeah, 3 in regulation. Kraken, Jets, and now Stars. Interesting stuff. Let's break down this game. First period, the Leafs were awful. But they get a power play early on in the game. And don't you love it when they just grip it and rip it? Willie Nylander has the puck, fires it back to Morgan Rielly at the point, and Rielly gives it right back to him, and Nylander winds up, blasts it on. Good screen in front, might have hit something, but he buries it for his 24th goal of the year. And everyone talking about the $11.5 million for Willie. He put them to bed pretty quickly there with his first goal in quite a while, but a really nice shot there. Morgan Rielly at the lone assist at 6:24 the first period, and you're up 1-0. Awesome, awesome stuff. Then Jamie Benn on the power play late in the first period. It was a really quick passing play, and it was a really nice play from the Dallas Stars. Benn fires it home. He's like right in the slot, and it's a one-timer. He buries it past Samsonov. It's tied at 1 at 14:52 of the first. But then less than 3 minutes later, Evgeny Dadonov, whatever the hell his name is, comes across the blue line. And look, I love Jake McCabe in the second half of this game, but on this goal, don't like it. He makes a little hesitation. Leaf fan, remember Joffrey Lupul in his shootout goal way back when he was like automatic with that thing? That was kind of looks like that move that Dadonov, whatever, pulled on Jake McCabe because he kind of goes flying by him. And then he just fires it 5-hole on Samsonov. Just an ugly goal on both sides. You never want to be beaten 5-hole like that from Samsonov's standpoint. But Jake McCabe looked silly. And just like that, with under 3 to play, you're down 2-1. You were leading for most of the first period, even though it didn't look great. Lots of turnovers, which Sheldon Keefe was pissed on the bench about. But you're down 2-1 now after 1 period of play. Shots on goal were 10-4 in favor of the Dallas Stars. So not where you want to be. But in the second period, things changed. Leafs get a power play. Very similar stuff to the Jamie Benn goal. Off the ensuing faceoff, they win it back to the point to Willie Nylander. And Nylander comes down and lays a backhand soft saucer pass right on the tape to John Tavares. The one-timer snapshot from the top of the slot. Boom! Beats Scott Wedgwood. And the Leafs have something. They gave it 2. John Tavares from Willie Nylander at 3:40 of the second period. But they weren't done. And the Leafs started dominating the second period. And let's talk about that Austin Matthews goal. On the power play, midway through the second period. Because it looks like Hakanpää is going to get the puck out of the zone. But he's got, I think, John Tavares and Austin Matthews hounding him. And Matthews, as good as he is, man, strips the puck from him. And it looks like he goes for a saucer pass to Nylander to the back door. And it goes off the defender, sliding across in front of the net and in the back of the net. Oh, Leafs got a break. Ho, ho, ho! Ain't that nice? You got the lead 3-2. That goal at 12:37 of the second period on the power play, assisted by John Tavares. A really hard working assist for JT. And the Leafs have the lead. 3-2. Shots on goal in the second period, 12-12. But if you're looking at zone time and chances, they really dominated that period. Now let's go to it, shall we? Late in the second period, after it was a Holmberg gets called for a hold, even though it might have looked like there was some holding the other way too. But either way, they call a little ticky-tack call there, and there was a little hooking penalty, I believe, early in the game. Was it Tyler Seguin who had that? Again, a little ticky-tack call, and then this happens. Jake McCabe, backhand pass off the boards to, I can't remember who it was, and Mason Marchment, former Leaf, with McCabe's head turned, blows him up in the corner. Puck is long gone. He's not looking. And it's a right to the face of Jake McCabe. Cuts his nose. It was probably like the mask, obviously. It's probably the reason that he got cut in the nose. But it's a late, egregious, dirty hit from Mason Marchment. The referee's like, ah, that's clean. And I'm like, what are we doing here? What happened to the sport that I love? In the sense that if you're going to let teams barrel dudes over like that, the little ticky-tack crap can't happen. It really can't. So McCabe is furious on the bench, slams his stick into the boards right in front of the Dallas Stars bench. He is livid, yelling at, was it Mike? I think he was yelling at the official, I guess. And he was livid. His blood is pouring down his nose. And Sheldon Keefe is fuming as well. What else is new? But I got to say, as much as people rip Sheldon, and as much as I'm with you guys in the sense that a coaching change might be needed, that dude stands up for his players. He really does. You got to give them credit for that. And then they go into the intermission. And they come back from the break. And shout out Sam McKee on Twitter because he posted a picture of Jake McCabe. And he's like, dude, when he gets his wires crossed, dude's a nut job. And you were looking for it. And right when Jake McCabe gets on the ice with Mason Marchment, first off, he wanted to just drop the gloves and tilly with the guy. That didn't happen. So then he lays him out right beside Samsonov. But the funny part was, Jake McCabe wanted to hit him so bad that he knocked over Benoit as well. Like, it was nuts. And then late in the game, Benoit tried to blow him up as well and just got a piece of him, but nothing. Oh, man, if he got all of them, whoo, Marchman would have got absolutely plastered into the boards by Simon Benoit, who Leafs Nation love. Other than that awful turnover in the first period, I just love Simon Benoit. We all do. But let's get to the third period. Anyways, enough about that stuff. Midway through, off a defensive zone faceoff, looks like I gotta say this guy's name, Evgeny Dadonov, I'm gonna go with that, just blows the zone, flies the neutral zone, and somehow they get it to him. And he's on a breakaway, Gio with the little tug to start, and then it kind of looks like Dadonov's like backing into Gio looking for more contact, and then Gio hugs him, penalty shot, and you're like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? And he comes down on Samsonov. Samsonov gets really low in the net, drops the blocker. He fires it over his blocker. And we're tied at 3. And we're like, you got to be kidding me. Like, no way. And that goal at 11:05 of the third period. So you're over halfway through the period. You got the lead. You're trying to hang on. You're tied again. And against a really good team. So you didn't want that to happen. And again, Gio getting burned. He was a -2 today. So something to keep an eye on. But then, the Leafs core 4 took over yet again in this game. They did all game long, but they took over in this game. Mitch Marner winning the puck battle behind the offensive zone net. What? Winning behind the Dallas Stars net. What an offensive zone net. Interesting way of saying it. Gets the puck, goes around the side of the net, and... Or is it Matthew Nice who won the battle? Regardless, Marner gets the puck. He gets it to Matthews in the top of the slot, and he thinks he's going to shoot it, but he goes back to Marner, passes a little off, and goes into the skates of Marner. But look, a lot of people get on Mitch Marner, but this was gorgeous. He gets it in his skates, gets it to his stick. His skate work is incredible. Little backhand, forehand, and as he beats Sorokin in the last game, backhand, forehand, short side, high glove, and he beats Scott Wedgwood to tie the game. That was a mere 32 seconds after the Stars had tied the game. The Leafs grabbed that goal right back, but they weren't done. 20 seconds after that goal, Bertuzzi up to John Tavares, who enters the zone, spin-a-rama to lose his defender, drops up for Willie Nylander, who's trailing the player and fires it low, short side on Wedgwood and beats him. That was 20 seconds after. In less than a minute, we saw 3 goals and the Leafs go up by 2. Wild stuff. But like I said earlier, an incredible hockey game. Late in the game, of course, Toronto native Wyatt Johnson scores. And I would have liked Samsonov to have that. People are going to talk about Brody and whatnot. It hit Samsonov's glove. You want him to save that. And that's a 1-goal game with a minute 25 to go. That's after Willie Nylander missed an empty net for the hat trick. And you're like, okay, could take a few more steps and it wouldn't have been icing, but here we are. And with a buck 25, they're able to hang on and they get the win, 5-4. They actually outshoot the Stars 15-9 in the third period. So it's 31-31 for the game. Just when you're down a goal, when you're up a goal in the third period and you outshoot them 15-9, very good stuff, honestly. Other than the empty net stuff that they had, and the penalty shot, the Leafs played a pretty good third period. Gotta say. Special teams wise, yeah, the Leafs dominated. 3 for 3 on the power play. And what's so awesome about that, it wasn't just the same thing. It wasn't just a John Tavares looking for deflection in front. No! We talked about it, how the goal scored. You know? You had Matthews winning the puck battle along the boards, going towards the net, going for the little sauce to Nylander. He got some luck there, sure, but whatever. The Nylander blast, a one-timer slap shot from Willie Nylander. Like, high, but the top of the circle. You like it. And then finding Tavares in the soft part of the middle of the ice. It's beautiful. 3 for 3 in the power play. They were 1 for 4. Leafs out hit the Stars 36-31. And for everyone who talks about not having toughness, not caring, 36-31 in hits, the Leafs beat the Stars. I don't know if the Stars are a heavy team. I don't really care if the Stars are a heavy team. The Leafs out hit them 36-31. They felt like the more physical team. When Marchment did that, everyone knew it was free for all after that. And I gotta say, I don't know if it was just me feeling this way. I'm gonna wrap it up with this. I thought the fourth line had a fantastic game tonight. Reeves, God, since he's entered the lineup again, his couple games against Winnipeg, he's looked pretty good. He actually has. What did he have tonight? I mean, he was -1, unfortunately. But he had 4 hits in the game. Played 709, 812, and were they with Holmberg? No. Yeah, they must have been with Holmberg at 10:26. Or Gregor as well, 10:38. I just thought they played well. They didn't hurt the Leafs. Sure, they were -1 in the game, but that wouldn't have been maybe first goal of the game? I don't know when the hell. No, that might have been the Dadonov goal to end the period. But regardless, I thought they played a pretty good period. Actually, that was that goal they were on the ice for. But I thought they played a pretty good game overall. And you win a hockey game. And as I mentioned earlier, Leaf fans, you've won 4 of 5. Enjoy the damn thing, really. Next up for the Buds, and like I mentioned in the last video, the schedule gets a little softer, which is scary because the Leafs just don't play well against not great opponents. They have the Sens in Ottawa, who have been playing better hockey recently. They've won 2 in a row, 6-2-2 in their last 10. It's going to be tricky. Because the Leafs always have trouble with Ottawa. But we'll see how it goes on Saturday night, 7 o'clock puck drop. Battle of Ontario in Ottawa. Now, Ilya Samsonov's had 2 straight games where he has a sub 900 save percentage. Do you go Martin Jones or do you run Samsonov back? I'm guessing you probably go back to Samsonov. You won this game today. You probably just keep the vibes flowing. But we'll see how it goes. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win today, hit that like button. I do appreciate it because it's a very entertaining game in many different ways. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors Edition Friday as they welcome back Fred VanVleet. 7:30 tip-off there. Looking to make it 2 in a row? I don't know. And as for the Leafs, they're back in action on Saturday in Ottawa. Looking to make it 5 out of their last 6. And 2 in a row. We'll have to see how it goes, though, on Saturday in Ottawa, in the nation's capital. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub today. We'll talk to you guys then.